हिंद से प्यार करने वाले हम सब हिंदू हैं।
भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय।
Why Savarkar is hated so much in Bharat? Why only the revolutionary ideas of Savarkar being criticized? Why is it portrayed like Bhagat Singh either hated or disliked Savarkar? Are all these concepts just a myth or a facts? These understandings need deep dwelling. The Savarkar hate theory. This theory of Indian leftist gang and the anti-Hindu squad living in Bharat can be shattered to pieces in a punch. They hold on to only one thing and criticize Savarkar to the most.
मेरा नाम सावरकर नहीं है, मेरा नाम गांधी है। गांधी किसी से माफी नहीं मांगता।
That one thing is nothing but the mercy petitions Savarkar had written to British rulers when he was in jail. But very few people know that Savarkar did not only ask for his release, he also requested in his clemency petition to release all the political prisoners who were with him in jail.
सावरकर में ऊंचाई भी थी और गहराई भी थी.
But very conveniently, more so very cunningly, the leftist and the anti-Savarkar gang tried to hide his 1917 mercy petition. There he very particularly asks the British government to grant general amnesty for all the political prisoners. Moreover, this 1917 petition was only limited to release of his jailmates and not a personal mercy letter.
Moreover, this 1917 petition was only limited to release of his jailmates and not a personal mercy letter.
To hide this letter, the anti-Savarkar gang float on the petitions where he asked for his personal clemency only. You know one more interesting thing? Even Savarkar did not try to hide these mercy petitions. In his books, From the Darkness of Andaman and My Transportation for Life, Savarkar has opened up about these mercy petitions and the motive behind them. Please don't doubt, the very intention behind all these petitions were nothing but Rashtra Seva. Unfortunately, the left and the anti-Savarkar gang calls him coward and gives the example of Bhagat Singh to show what courage and bravery looks like. But they don't stop there. They go on arguing in a way that seem like Bhagat disliked Savarkar or either hated Savarkar's ideas. But is that all a fact or a fabricated stories? Is there any weight in all this argument, or are they just a myth forcefully created in our minds by the leftist propagandists? Is the question. Bhagat himself called Savarkar Veer. Those who intently say Savarkar was not at all a brave heart but a very cowardly person and compares Bhagat Singh's bravery and valor with Savarkar should first read what Bhagat Singh himself had written about Savarkar. In 1924, Bhagat Singh wrote 2 articles in a Hindi patriotic weekly, Matwala, that were published on November 15 and 22 respectively. What he said there? Article Vishwaprema. The one who loves this world is that brave heart whom we don't feel ashamed to call as a fierce insurgent and a fanatic anarchist. This is the Veer Savarkar. Bhagat Singh continues. We describe Savarkar as an arch anarchist and a vitriolic revolutionary, but ultimately he was the brave believer in the world brotherhood. This article was published in a name called Balwant Singh, but later it came to know that it was Bhagat Singh himself who wrote it in a pseudonym. Remember, the leftist and the anti-Savarkar gang don't tell us about these words of Bhagat Singh because it doesn't suit their agenda. Rather, I call it a propaganda. Now it is up to us whom to believe and whom not to. The left and the anti-Savarkar gang try very much hard to conceal another article written by Bhagat Singh which was published in the Kirti, a revolutionary's publication at that time. So let's burst one more propaganda. August 1928, article Azadi Ki Shahadate, publication Kirti. This article throws light on the last and emotional moments between Madan Lal Dhingra and Vinayak Savarkar before Dhingra leaving to shoot down Curzon Valley. Bhagat Singh writes, the two hugged each other. They were in tears. How invaluable and indelible that teardrop was. What would the cowardly people know about that emotion of those who are not afraid of death? How would the cowards know that how holy, how revered, how high are the people who sacrifice their life for nation? These are the words of braveheart Bhagat. If Bhagat Singh was alive today, whom he would have called coward? That is the question. And I guess the answer is quite clear. Bhagat loved Savarkar books. The left and the anti-Savarkar gang float another lie, and that is about the books Bhagat loved to read. These propagandists say Bhagat Singh, even in his last days when he was in jail to be hanged, chose a book of Lenin to read and thereby declare him a leftist. But even here, the anti-Savarkar gang very deceitfully tried to hide the other books Bhagat had with him in jail when his last days were approaching. Bhagat Singh had a book of Maharana Pratap, Guru Gobind Singh, and he also had a book on Punjab's romantic legends Heer and Rancha. What about Savarkar? Bhagat Singh loved to read Savarkar and quoted several times from Savarkar's classic book Hindu Padapadashahi. In his jail diary, Bhagat cited 6 times the writings of Savarkar. One very famous quote he wrote in jail diary was, "It is good to die rather than accept conversion, but it is even better to fight and defeat the violent forces ranged against Dharma and die in doing so." This is the saying of Savarkar mentioned by Bhagat Singh in his jail diary. Bhagat also read and loved Savarkar's book Sipai Virodh. No left strategists will tell us these truths. Why? Because they don't rely on facts, but they rely on propaganda, they rely on agenda. Bhagat was not a leftist. There are only two bases on which the propagandists declare Bhagat Singh a leftist. The first one is his essay titled Why I Am an Atheist. The second one is his extensive reading of Lenin and some left thinkers from the Soviet. But to be very precise, the reason Bhagat Singh read Lenin and other Soviet thinkers was only to know and understand their pattern of revolution. And don't be amazed if I say even Savarkar liked Lenin's revolutionary thinking and imparted the lessons on Lenin to budding revolutionaries. Does this make Savarkar a leftist? No, absolutely not. Same is the case of Bhagat Singh. And even Bhagat's essay Why I Am an Atheist does not make him leftist. The Hindu Dharma does not throw out people who do not believe in God. Without knowing the Kavanda Bahu of Hindu Dharma, the mean-minded propagandist label Bhagat Singh as leftist, which he was not. Finally, when Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev were hanged in Lahore jail, Savarkar wrote a poem and bowed down to their courage and bravery. Both these legends had respect for each other and loved the work of each other. It is only the left and anti-Savarkar squad who sowed a poisonous seed and tried to spread hatred. But the truth always prevails and in time wins.